Boilermakers, he said, are not made for tribes. Those words were spoken by President Mitch Daniels, president of Purdue University, in his 2018 spring commencement speech to the College of Engineering. I happened to be there to see my son receive his bachelor's degree. And those words really, really resonated with me. This is where I want to start my story, at Purdue, because it's a place that is near and dear to me. It is, to this day, my happy place. I enrolled at Purdue in 1982, the fall of 1982, and graduated 4 years later, spring of 1986, with a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering. Gotta love physics. It was those days, let me tell you, that helped define a lot about who I am today. It's also the place where I met my soulmate, Joe Lorenz. The culture of Purdue is palpable for me. Perhaps with each return visit I make, I am reminded of just how much its culture is a reflection of me, or maybe I'm really a reflection of it. Compliant, yet creative and innovative. Academic and research-based, but full of social experiences. The embodiment of Midwest values, friendly and cordial. Traditional, but not too stuffy and pretty comfortable to be around. Purdue is where I grew up intellectually and emotionally, and the place from which I emerged into adulthood. Maybe it's no wonder then that 2018 commencement speech, word after word, sentence after sentence, keeps speaking so loudly to me. Purdue's president urged this new graduating class of Boilermakers to go forth and become peacemakers. He reminded them that it's not just Purdue civil engineers who can be bridge builders. Every Boilermaker can build a bridge. He said, and I quote, "Just as Purdue has expected more from you than another school might have, so does democracy. To survive and succeed, it requires its members to know its workings, participate in its operations, accept the reality of each other's different outlooks, and the need to reconcile them by meeting in the middle." Well, hello. I'm Kathleen Lorenz. I am a Boilermaker, and I am not made for a tribe. I never have, I never will, and not now as a public servant of my community. Shortly after locating here in 1994 with my husband, we started our family. Stephen came along in 1995, and then Kate came along right after in 1997. As they grew up, I gave of my time to them, to their communities. I got to know the workings and participated in their school communities, their activities, and my community at large. Which is probably how this industrial engineer finds herself today sitting on a city council, trying to navigate politics. Well, I believe that just as Purdue expected more of me as a young engineering student, so too does my community and our democracy. And yet, it is in this arena of politics that I observe a very strange phenomenon. I've heard it described as the default human experience of tribalism. Suddenly, more and more people you thought knew you better, start assigning ideas and identities to you. Maybe even trying to tell you how to vote, because that's the way of the tribe. Maybe putting words in your mouth. Well, let this be my chance to put my own words in my own mouth and give you a glimpse into who I am as a human being and how I navigate life. Every day, I strive to do 3 things. Check those 3 boxes, all is good in Kathleen's book. Anything beyond those 3, extra credit, completely optional, including sometimes showering. Thank goodness for Zoom calls, huh? Yeah. Well, fluff the hair, we're all good. But seriously, let me pause here and say thank you, Pandemic 2020, for helping refine for me what to do every day and what really is important. So what are my 3 things? Well, 1, every day, get up, make my bed. Make my bed. I know, you're thinking, oh yeah, there's that story of the sergeant who said the secret to life's success. You've heard it. Get up every day and make your bed. Well, I'm here to tell you, I think I had the idea first. Going back to when my kids were born, mother of 2, they were 23 months apart. Kate was crazy, you know that. And there I was. Joe traveled a lot with his work. All calamities, all children illnesses happen when he's out of town. Twice the furnace has gone out when he's out of town. Some days it was all we could do to just get through it, keep each other fed and alive. But at the end of the day, literally, I could look at my bed and say, I got that done. And I knew tomorrow was another day. The second thing I do, second box I try to check, is a spiritual one. This one really has been honed by the pandemic experience, and simply put, what I try to do is spend 15 minutes every day with God, intentionally. Not on the fly, not driving down the road somewhere. I'm talking about sitting down in a chair and spending some quality time. The pandemic, like I said, really helped establish this routine, but so has somebody else. She's sitting here in the front row. My dear friend Jana. Long time friend and a spiritual mentor to me. What I do is I read the scripture readings from the Catholic Daily Mass. I'm Catholic, born and raised. Maybe not the most stellar example. Consider myself, right? A work in progress, Jana. Yep. When Jana and I get together, we have the best conversations. It's always not the most spiritual, but she's a great mentor, let me tell you. And we talk about a whole range of things, including how we would change the Catholic Church if we were in charge. And we are really hoping that God has a sense of humor. And really hoping that he or she, as Jana likes to say, appreciates when 2 or more women are gathered. Thank you, Jana. Now on to the third thing. And I try to do this every day, but it is hard. I try to exercise. Even if it's just 15 or 20 minutes. An exercise snack, my friend Heather calls it. And I'll be honest, and Heather knows this is hard. I don't always get this one done. Because, truth be told, I hate exercising. Who's with me, huh? Oh my goodness, but Heather reminds me that it's good for me, and she is so right. Honestly, the endorphins that get going just with a little yoga or a little core workout can be a real game changer. It's truly another work in progress, but I really try to get that box checked as much as I can. So there you go, a little peek into my life. That's my story. Formed from my days at Purdue, polished by the past year and a half of the pandemic. And if you're ever wondering, how's Kathleen doing? Think of my 3 boxes. Have I checked them? Have I made my bed? Have I spent time with God? And have I exercised? And now you know why the license tag on my car will always say, Boilers 1. I am a Boilermaker, and I am not made for a tribe. People may try to assign ideas and identities to me, but I don't subscribe to that. I am a Boilermaker, a bridge builder, and a peacemaker. I'm a Boilermaker and a maker of ideas and solutions. I'm a Boilermaker, a human being, just trying to make this corner of the world a better place. Thank you, and go Boilers.